Hey everybody and welcome to this video. I'm Inxlora123 and this is going to be my November wrap up. I'm going to be telling you what books I read in November and what I thought about them. So I really hope you'll enjoy this video, and if you do, please click like and comment, and please subscribe to my channel. So I've got my laptop here, and basically I've wrote some notes and stuff, so I'm going to be reading from my laptop. So let's start with the November wrap up at the very beginning of November. So the first book I read in November, by the way, I read a total of 12 books this month, which I'm pretty impressed with actually. I'm like a reading machine. So yeah, the first book was Alex and Eliza by Melissa de la Cruz, and I will be giving you like how many stars I give these books out of 5 as well. So this book I only gave 1 out of 5 stars. I just didn't like this at all. So this is what I've put on my notes, by the way. So I've put, I just didn't like this. It was so boring. I thought it was boring. I literally had to stop reading it, which is rare for me. Yeah, I don't really like, you know, like stopping a book. It just feels wrong. But I just had to with this because I thought of all the books that I've got, you know, waiting to read them, and I'm just like stuck reading a book I'm really not, you know, enjoying or interested in. I just couldn't do it, so I stopped reading it. I hadn't seen Hamilton, and they said in like reviews that I'd read online that doesn't matter. You haven't, you know, got to see Hamilton to read the book. But I think it did matter because I think it would have been better. I'd have had like a better understanding if I knew like the backstory of Hamilton, which I didn't. Their romance shaped a nation. The rest was history. Battle cries of the American Revolution. Epic love story that would forever change the course of American history. Sorry, it wasn't epic for me. And then I've put in big capital letters, yawn. But I know a lot of people did like it, but as I say, this is like my opinion, my views, what do I know? But I didn't like it at all. And I've read a lot of other books by Melissa de la Cruz, and I loved the other books that she's done. I just didn't like that one. Anyway, moving on, the next book I read is Lisa Unger, Ink and Bone. And obviously I'd been quite down about the fact that book was rubbish, so I was hoping the next book was going to be better. So this book was okay. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. I like this. It wasn't brilliant, but it wasn't bad. It was okay, you know. Finley Montgomery sees spirits and has really like weird, creepy dreams. She goes to the Hollows, like really creepy place, where she stays with her grandma, who is a well-known psychic. Mary Gleason is a woman at the end of her tether. She's desperate to find her missing daughter, who's gone missing, and she turns to this detective called Jones Cooper, who works with Finley's grandma and Finley herself to try and find some answers. So this was a really spooky, kind of creepy thriller. How many times have I said the word creepy? But it was just really creepy. It had a real kind of atmospheric, creepy vibe to it. I did enjoy it, as I say. It was okay, but I don't know. Now, next book I read was Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I love this book. I did. I've given this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I definitely read other books by this author. Apparently she's done others, so I'll definitely read another books, you know, by her in the future. So Emily's best friend Sloane just basically one day randomly disappears. Leaving Emily this list. It's like a to-do list. A list of things that Emily would never normally do. Emily does these like little missions, but is looking for clues at the same time to kind of, you know, lead her to finding out where her best friend disappeared to, you know, why she just kind of upped and left. This book was very sweet. It was about friendship, self-confidence building, and there was a bit of romance as well. So I really did like it. It was alright. It was good. The next book I read, okay, so there were a few 5 stars, and they're coming up now. The first one is that I give 5 stars to is this one. This is 10 by Gretchen McNeil. Absolutely adored this book. So I love this book so freaking much. So this was a spooky, creepy, another time I mentioned that word, a thriller, and it kind of reminded me of like the Scream films. So basically it's a party weekend at White Rock House on Henry Island, but it turns into a horror. Murders, trust, friendship, who's good, who's bad. Revenge plays a large part in this story. So if you like books based on revenge, get a revenge. I think you'll like this. The characters are really good. I really like some of the characters more than others. And basically they all get stuck on this island. They're isolated and there's no internet, no phone signal. They don't know who to trust. And some of them know each other, some of them don't. And one of them is the murderer. So it's kind of like who did it, you know, or who does the murders. Maybe anyway. I don't want to give too much away. I don't like spoilers. But yeah, this is really great, and as I really want to read her next book, which is called Murder Trending. And I would just go crazy if I got it. And I don't think it's out in the UK. I'm not sure if it's already out in America. Like, if there's anyone watching in America and you just want to be super sweet and amazing and send it to me, I'll be like, yay. But I don't think it's out in England yet. I don't even know if it's out in America yet, but I know it's supposed to like just be amazing. It looks really good. I've read all the reviews on it and stuff, what it's about. And yeah, like online and murder and friendship and yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I gave that a 5 out of 5. I really liked 10. Next up, I went for a book called Killer Game by Kirsty McKay. So this one I gave a 4 out of 5 stars. At Kate's isolated boarding school, Killer is more than a game. It's an elite secret society. Now, I've never read a book like this. It was very unique and different, and I like the whole kind of secret society thing. So basically, the members must avoid being killed during a series of thrilling pranks, and only the game master knows who the killer is. So when Kate's finally invited to join the Assassin's Guild, she knows it's her ticket to finally feeling like she belongs to something, because she kind of felt like she wasn't in the in crowd, and now she is. But then things turn from fun to real. So it was really good. It was dark. It was cool. There's lots of twists and turns in this, which I love. And I really felt a part of this book. I don't know if that makes sense, but I actually felt like I was playing this assassin game. And yeah, it was really cool. I liked it a lot. Yeah, so I give that a 4 out of 5. Next book. Oh my God, I've put The Loneliest Girl in the Universe by Lauren James. Wow. I actually, like, seriously, if you haven't read The Loneliest Girl in the Universe, please read it. It's, to me, one of the best books of the year. I absolutely loved it. I'd probably read it again in the future as well, because it was just amazing, magical, just, yeah. Basically, I've put love this so much. It's like one S and then loads of O's. I cried. Okay, awkward. I cried, like, literally cried. I cried. Such a wonderful read. I've not read anything like this before. So original and beautiful and thrilling at the same time. So can you fall in love with someone you've never met, you've never even spoken to, someone who is light years away? Romy Silvers is the only surviving crew member of a spaceship travelling to a new planet on a mission to establish a second home for humanity again amongst the stars. Alone in space, she's the loneliest girl in the universe until she hears about a new ship which has launched from Earth with a single passenger on board, a boy called Jay. And their only communication with each other is via email. And due to the distance between them, their messages take like months and months to transmit to each other. But yet, Romy finds herself falling in love. I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but I kind of thought from that, you know, and also like reading the back of the book and reviews, that it was going to be just a kind of sci-fi romance, which is cool. But I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but trust me, towards the end, there's twists that happen, and I'm like, oh, I didn't expect that to happen. Really, really good. Absolutely amazing. So definitely a 5 out of 5 stars from me. Next book I read was also 5 stars. I love it when I can give like high marks, you know, and ratings for these books, because there's nothing worse than getting a book, being excited to read a book, and then being like, oh, a bit disappointed. But this one, and as I say, a few others, I've really enjoyed this month. So yeah, the next book is Tape, and it's by Stephen Camden. So I found this book actually in the library. I'd never heard of him, I'd never heard of the book, but I was just in the library one day, chilling out, reading, like you do, and I just saw it. It was literally on a shelf, and it was just staring out on me. It was a beautiful book cover. It was bright yellow, had like a tape cassette on the front, and I don't know, like, because I'm like an 80s child, you know, I kind of love tapes, and anyway, I was just drawn to this kind of retro looking cover, and I got it. And I'm so pleased I did, because it was a great book. It was wonderful. So I've put wonderful book, so different and unique. I loved the author's writing style. So basically, yeah, this story was told in 2 different eras and 2 different characters as well. Like, one's a girl, one's a guy. I don't know, it was really like, one minute you're her, then you're him, but it all kind of fitted in and it made sense. It was really, I don't know, I found it really unique the way that he told the stories of both characters. And you kind of got, you know, like, attached to both of them for different reasons. Yeah, this book has a real kind of nostalgia feel to it. So in 1993, Ryan records a diary on an old tape, and he talks about his mother's death, about his dreams, about his love life, things like that. But then also in 2013, Amelia moves in with her grandmother after her parents die, and she finds a tape in the spare room, a tape with a boy's voice on it, a voice she can't quite hear, but which seems to be speaking to her. Ryan and Amelia are connected by more than just a tape, and it was really good. Honestly, it was really, 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 really good. So yeah, 5 out of 5 for that. Next up is The Hanging Girl by Eileen Cook, and I gave that a 3 out of 5. I'd seen another booktuber talk about this book, and I really can't remember who it was, because I watch a lot of different, you know, people talking about books, but I know it was someone in America, and they said this book was like amazing, and I love the title. I love the cover of the book. I got it from the library, so I haven't got it on me now to show you, but it had like lots of tarot cards on it, things like that, and I'm into all like stuff like that. So yeah, she'd kind of said how amazing it was. So I got it from the library. So basically, Skye Thorne has given tarot card readings for years, and now her psychic visions are helping the police find the missing Golden Girl. It's no challenge, her readings have always been fake, but this time she has some insider knowledge. The kidnapping was supposed to be easy, no one would get hurt, and she'd get the money she needs to start a new life, but a seemingly harmless prank has turned dark, and Skye realises the people she's involved with are willing to kill to get what they want, so she must discover their true identity before it's too late. I've put this as an okay book, but I don't know, I weren't too keen on the main character. I've got to like the characters to actually care about the story, and if I don't, then I just kind of lose interest. So the story was okay, but I just didn't really like her. And without giving any spoilers away at the end, I was like, oh, okay, bit of a bad ending for me anyway. I don't know. Next up, Warcross. 5 out of 5 stars. Absolutely loved it. Marie Lou. This book needs to be turned into a film. It would be so amazing. I'm kind of feeling like the Hunger Games vibe, Divergent vibe, kind of as a film. I just think it would look brilliant. It'd be brilliant. So I hope they do turn it into a film. You never know. So yeah, I love this book. I need number 2 in this series in my life now, but it's not going to be now. It's going to be next year that the next book in this series is out. So hopefully like earlier in the year, but I don't know. Warcross isn't just a game, it's a way of life. So it's about this hacker. I love this character, by the way. Her name is Amika Chen, and she works as a bounty hunter, and she tracks down players who kind of bet on this game, Warcross, illegally. But the bounty hunting world is a competitive one. Survival's not been easy. So she tries to make some quick cash, and she takes a risk, and basically she hacks into the opening games of the International Warcross final. But there's a bit of a glitch, and she kind of accidentally gets herself caught, and she kind of ends up becoming this like overnight sensation. She worries she's going to get into trouble, obviously, like you would, you know, just be cool. But it goes kind of like the opposite way, because she gets a call from the creator, who's this young billionaire called Haido Tanaka, and he asks her to come work for him. But honestly, this book was so like adrenaline filled. It gave me a bit of a rush. You know, I'm not a gamer or anything like my fiance is, but I'm not a gamer. But I kind of felt like in gamer mode. I don't know if that makes sense, but I just loved it. And as I say, I'd love to see it as a film. It'd be brilliant. So definitely 5 stars for that. It's amazing. Next book I read was To Kill the Boy Band by Goldie Mold. I can't say this name. Moldsky. I can't say this name. I'm just not even going to try. I'm useless at saying names. But yeah, it's called Kill the Boy Band, and it had a really lovely pink cover, which I loved. Anyway, so I gave this book a 4 out of 5. So this was a good book. It was very random, funny, weird, and I liked it, you know. So basically, fangirls need to read this. It was totally overdramatic, but aspects of it are real. When it comes to the level that some fans will go to meet their idols. The characters in this book were great. Like, really, it was really good characters. Very different, and there were some proper laugh out loud moments in this book. I literally sat there and I'd be like, ha, ha, ha. Honestly, it's really funny. Yeah, basically, these girls, they're a group of girls, and they all come together. They have one thing in common. They love this boy band. They're obsessed with this boy band. And they get to this hotel where the boy band are going to be staying. And long story, but they end up kidnapping one of the members of the boy band. And, yeah, he kind of ends up dead. So, you know, you kind of, is it one of them that did it, or is someone else involved? You'll have to read it to find out. But yeah, Kill the Boy Band was absolutely cool. Like, I really liked it. It's very funny. Next up, unfortunately, I didn't like the next book. It's very disappointing for me. So the next book I read in November was called Missing, and it was by Catherine McPhail. It's a very slim little book. It was like a little kind of short read. I got it on eBay, and I only gave it a 2 out of 5 stars. Just not impressed. I'm sorry. So basically, I kept hearing about this book from one of my favourite booktubers, Kit Kats Can Read. Meow. But she kept saying that, you know, it's really good, and the way she worded it, I was like, oh, it sounds awesome. And so I got it, and I just wanted to check it out. But I've got to be honest, I was just disappointed with it. I like the fact that it was a short read, because, you know, sometimes my books are quite thick and they take a little while. But this was nice and short. But it's just a bit meh. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just meh. Basically, there's this girl. I can't even remember the name of the character because I'm really not that interested in it. But it was this girl, right? Her brother goes missing, and then the dad identifies a body that's been found that's, you know, dead, and he's like, yeah, it's your brother, you know, and they have to kind of grieve and get over the death of her brother. And then the main character, this girl, gets a phone call from her brother. So is he really dead? Is he not dead? Is it a paranormal twist? Okay, look, I'm going to be honest, I don't like giving spoilers, but I have to say this little spoiler. I wanted this book to have like a paranormal twist to it, and I think if it would have, I would have probably enjoyed it, like if the brother would have. Anyway, but there was no paranormal twist to it, and I was like, oh, it's a bit of a letdown. So, as I say, everyone's got different views and opinions, so when people, you know, YouTube do book reviews, if we all like the same kind of books, or all hated the same kind of books, it'd be really boring. So, you know, for me, I just didn't like it. But the next book, and the last book of November that I've read, luckily, I can end this with a 5 out of 5. So it was The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton, a classic that took me years and years to actually get to read. So this book was amazing, classic book. I can't believe I'd never read this book until now, because it was obviously such a huge book. But it was worth the wait. So, yeah, I want to see the film version now too. I really want to see the film version. I've seen some clips on YouTube of it. And once you've read the book, you can kind of like think of the characters and visualise them and stuff. And the clips look like, you know, even like the wording, they obviously use really, you know, from the book, it sounds like, you know, they've took their lines from the book and really used them lines, like not just based it loosely on the book. They've obviously took, you know, part of the script, and it just feels like listening to the book. Is this making sense to anyone? But yeah, like basically really great characters. It was passionate, it was powerful, it was thought-provoking. My favourite characters, if you read this book you'll know them, definitely Soda Pop, and of course Pony Boy. How could you not love Pony Boy? But I like Soda Pop. I thought Soda Pop was cool. Oh yeah, so basically rich kids versus the more kind of rough and ready kids. Pony Boy's obviously one of the greasers. There's gangs and there's friendship and brother and just, yeah, a bit of everything really. And I just loved, like, it kind of reminded me of Pretty in Pink. Not the same storyline, but in the way that, you know, the rich kids and the poorer kids are a bit, you know, at each other's throats. But really, when it comes down to it, you can be, you know, you can get on with these people just because they're different than you, and you've all got the same issues and problems, but just in different ways. But I loved it. It was very deep and powerful and absolutely brilliant. And I got the special collector's edition from Amazon, so I'm going to keep that with pride and probably reread it again, like in a few years or something. But you need to read this book. If you haven't read The Outsiders, you need to read it. So there we go. I can put my laptop over here now, and oh, it looks a different colour in now. The light from the laptop was proper shining on my face. So very quickly, I just want to show you the book that I'm currently reading. So this will be obviously next month's wrap up, because it'll be the first book that I've read of this month. But anyway, so it's called The Nowhere Girls and it's by Amy Reed, and it's really, honestly, I'm nearly finished it. It's so good. It's so good, honestly. I got this in Waterstone, so I'd never heard of it, but I saw it on the buy one, get one half price book table. My table. Love that table. And I just was drawn to it, and it says on the front, masterfully fierce, stirring and deeply empowering. It's very similar in some ways to a book called Moxie, which I also read a little while ago. Very like girl powered, and you know, like girls who are all very different coming together, you know, for a good cause and to get their message out there and to help other girls. And I like that a lot. But there's also, like, you know, you find out about each individual character and stuff like that. But I don't want to give too much away about this book because this will be next month's wrap up. But it's really good. That's all I can say so far. It's really, 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 really good. And this is the book because I'm nearly finished this one. The next book I'm going to start tonight is All the Crooked Saints by Maggie Stiefvater. Vater. I don't know how to say her name either. I'm useless at like pronunciations of names. Oh, wondered what that was then. It was my phone on vibrate. So yeah, this is All the Crooked Saints. I got this from the library. I was going to buy it, but then I thought, oh, I'll check the library, see if they had a copy, and they did. So anyway, I got this from the library, and this looks really cool. It's all about like these characters who can perform miracles. And I don't really know too much about it. I just keep hearing people talk about it, and I've read a few other Maggie Stiefvater books and I loved them, and I just thought I'll give it a go. I'm hoping it is a solo and not part of a series. I don't think it's part of a series. I've looked on Goodreads and I couldn't really see anything about it being a series. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see. It says, here is the thing everyone wants, a miracle. Here is the thing everyone fears, what it takes to get one. So there we go. Anyway, so I really hope you enjoyed this wrap up. Tell me what books you've been reading, and you know, what book you're reading at the moment, and anything like book related that you want to talk about. Comment down below, and let's talk books. Hashtag let's talk books. By the way, I just want to show you, I don't know if it will work on the camera. I'm into this thing called Bookstagram on Instagram, and basically well, not just me, just me, but basically people take like I kind of see it as like book art or photography with books. I don't know what you call it. Bookstagram. Some people have like towers of books, or they show their bookcases or the book they're currently reading, or they've like gone shopping and bought a load of books and take pictures of that. So I really love Bookstagram, and it also gives me ideas for books to read for myself. So I just want to show you this picture because I did this tonight on my Bookstagram, on my Instagram, and I just think it looks pretty cool. I don't know if you can really see it. So it's kind of just like, that's like a furry rug, and I've got some little like lights around it, a little notebook, and I've got my globe, and yeah. So I'll show you another one actually before I go. I love literally. Oh, actually, I know what picture I can show you. There's a picture of me. Oh, there's Kill the Boy Band. There's a picture of me standing next to. Oh, here. That sounded very posh. Here. Yeah, this is my height in books. Look at that. Nathan, my fiance, made a tower of my books, or some of my books, and I stood next to. It took him ages to do that. I don't know how he did it. They were like wobbling and everything. But that's my bookcase. Oh, actually, no, I've got a more updated bookcase picture. It's all lit up. Or is that? Oh, I don't know if you can see that kind of. There's my bookcase. It's got all like little fairy lights on it and stuff. Anyway, come and follow me on Instagram and see my Bookstagram pictures. And, of course, pictures of myself taking selfies and, yeah. So, let's do this social media thing. Instagram is minxlaura123. Twitter is @minxlaura123. And Facebook is minx.laura.5. So there we go, and all the links are down below as well in the description box. Also, please don't forget to check out my other channel here on YouTube, and it's called minxlaura123 ASMR. I won't go into it all now, but basically I make relaxation videos on the other channel, and to help people with anxiety, insomnia, depression, and also sometimes people watch these videos, right, and they get like a tingly sensation in their scalp. It's kind of like goosebumps. I don't know. So give it a chance. I know it sounds really weird, but weird is good. So that's minxlaw123 ASMR. I'm nearly at 40,000 subscribers on that channel, which is mega exciting. And thank you so much, by the way, on this channel. I've just reached 3,000 subs, so that's pretty awesome as well. So thank you. So if you don't subscribe already, please subscribe to, well, both my channels, really. Anyway, don't forget to comment, talk about books, tell me what you're reading, tell me what books you're after reading. Are there any books coming out soon you're excited about? Or have you read any books lately that you just didn't like, that you're excited about and then you're a bit kind of let down by? And also, please comment if you've got any booktubers that you recommend I check out, because I'm always looking for new booktubers to watch. I love watching people talk about books and show their books and reviews and stuff like that. So if you do it yourself, give yourself a shout out, or if you know of any other booktubers that you want to recommend that I watch, let me know in the comments. Alright everyone, I'm going to stop rambling because blah 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 blah. Take care, keep reading, bye.